I really don't.
And that's my wife and daughter. And if you need the additional persons, like you have for it.
We do.
Didn't, were you still pregnant last time we? Okay, that's why.
So wherever you want to be is fine.
That's why you hang them.
How about right there? That'll be the distractions that we've read about, huh?
History of the West Baden Hotel. Originally, the West Baden Hotel was called the Mile Lick Inn due to the fact it was exactly 1 mile from the French Lick Springs Hotel, which was built in 1850 by a man named John Wayne. Well, shortly thereafter, it was changed to the West Baden Springs Hotel, and also the name of the town that it was in was called West Baden, which was named after a country in Germany called Wiesbaden, which also was a mineral springs and had a resort there. Well, in 1888, a man named Lee W. Sinclair purchased the hotel. He added an opera house, he added a ball diamond, he added a church, and he added a double-decker pony and bicycle track. Well, in 1901, the West Baden Hotel burned to the ground, but luckily everyone escaped. No one was killed, no one was injured. So it left him in a situation where he had a budget of $414,000 and a 1-year timeline to rebuild his hotel. You got to realize around the turn of the century, that was almost impossible. And he talked to several architects, and they laughed at it until he approached an architectural firm called Harrison Albright, had some young architects, and said, yeah, I'll do it. So in 1 year and 1 day, he created the new West Baden Hotel, which was modeled after some of the grand spas of Europe at that time. He built one of the first free-standing or free-spanning domes in the world. And after it was built, politicians, gamblers, and celebrities made the West Baden Hotel a good stop for them when they were through southern Indiana. And it became the 8th wonder of the world. Well, in 1923, Ed Ballard purchased the West Baden Hotel, but the problem with that, in 1929, the stock market crashed. So he was forced in 1934 to sell the West Baden Springs Hotel to the Society of Jesus for $1, just to get out from under it. Well, it remained a seminary for 30 years, and the Jesuits removed a lot of the elegance from the building for religious reasons. And in 1967, Northwood Institute from Midland, Michigan purchased it, and it became Northwood Institute, which was a culinary arts college, trained a lot of good chefs, a lot of hotel management, and in 1983, they had their last graduating class. Myself played in the band at their last commencement. And it laid unoccupied for 13 years. In 1990, part of the building collapsed under the weight of a large snowstorm, and it being built so fast in a year, it had a lot of problems such as coal, fly ash, wood in the concrete, so a lot of it crumbled and came down. We're looking at a beautiful building that's basically in ruins now. In 1996, an anonymous donation, the Historic Landmarks Foundation purchased it for $250,000. In the same year, Mr. and Mrs. Bill and Gail Cook of Bloomington, Indiana, a cook group, paid to have it stabilized and did a partial restoration to save the building from falling down anymore. In 2005, a company called CFC, which is also a Cook company, came in and they bought the French Lick Springs Hotel, which is the sister hotel to the West Baden Springs and the West Baden Springs Hotel. And then they put $500 million into restoring the West Baden Hotel along with the French Lick Hotel. And they also added a new golf course and they added the casino. They kind of both go hand in hand. Well, because of the CFC coming in and restore it, it's on the National Historic Landmarks now. It's on the National Registry of Historic Places, and because of being a freestanding dome, and the Astrodome is no longer there, it's the only freestanding dome of its type. So it's also on the register of the National Civil Engineers Landmark. The spectacular resort has been reborn in southern Indiana.
I didn't know if I'd be able to do it on the podium.